Hello. A few people have asked me what equipment do I use and how do I use it when I'm busking with my Stratocaster. So we'll start with a cut to close-up of effects and description. That is a Morley Power Wah volume pedal. So it's a volume pedal by default, and then you press a button and it's a wah pedal, and there's a boost on there which boosts the signal up. That's then going into a Layla P-split, which is a passive splitter unit which splits my signal into two. One goes into a Zoom G2NU unit, and the other side goes into a Digitech RP100 unit. They stopped making these quite a while back. I suspect the current alternative, forgotten what the model number is far superior, but it doesn't run on batteries, unfortunately. Those go into separate channels on a Behringer Europort MPA40BT amplifier. And if I press this button here, it should tell us it's going to wake up. There we go. If I plug the Digitech in, that's powered up, and if I turn that on, so that's all on now. There we go. So I've just previously filmed that going round. Let's find the plectrum here. So we're plugged in down here with that equipment. I'm just going to have the zoom on to begin with. That's what I love about the Zoom. It's clean sound and the ability to chain up to 3 delays together. That is 2 delays and a reverb. It's a modified patch from Echoes from the Past, which I bought when I first got the Zoom years ago. And I use that for pretty much all my Shadowsy type playing. The other setting I tend to use is this one. Apologies, I think my guitar might be slightly out of tune. Clean setting. Now the Digitech, the other Zoom setting I occasionally use is its stereo chorus, which I might have mentioned earlier how good it was. So this is just I just find the Digitech responds with the overdrive. Now that's without the TBX boost on this, and if I bring it in you'll hear the difference. No TBX. Full TBX. So there's delay and reverb on pretty much everything I use. Now, if I take the boost off, that's just the Digitech. Probably a great view of the top of my head. Apologies. So now we're running side by side, Digitech and the Zoom. So for something like a song of one of mine, Busker's Blues, who you might have heard me busking it. I just find that the clean blended with the overdrive gives a clarity to the overdrive, and then when you bring the boost in, you can go from that nice stratty to the Zoom setting has a compressor. When I bring in the boost on the guitar, that squashes that signal down, but it boosts the overdriven sound on the Digitech, which doesn't have a compressor on, and you end up with bring in the boost with the wah, and you end up with I'll turn it down a little bit. The other setting I use on the Digitech is the same amp speaker sound, just with more delay to give it more of a... Whoa! And then back to... and different songs, I use it differently. Cavatina, if you've heard me do that, would start with just the shadow zoom. Pedal. But when it goes up to the higher part, it helps to be sitting by your rails to do all the adjustments. I bring in the Digitech, but take some of the treble off on the guitar to get... I'd also use, I suppose, this for Albatross. And take some of the delay off the Digitech and some of the Zoom shadowsy voicing coming up to the... Because at that point I like to play it more bluesy, I suppose, a bit of this. There we go. I changed my strings quite a lot because I find, especially through a small battery setup such as this, you soon notice them going dull. I try and keep them clean by a little bit of tissue with a tiny bit of WD-40 on, just when you're finished. It does help. These are D'Addario EXL 120s 9 gauge, 9 to 42. I think I've covered pretty much anything. Any more questions about it, please don't hesitate to ask, and I'll try my best to improve on my filming techniques. But if you are still watching it, I hope you've got something out of it. And there we go. Oh, the current Digitech version of the RP100, I believe, is the RP360, which I can see is retailing at £129 in the UK at the moment. I'm sure it's streets ahead of the RP100. It's just that this has got a battery. This will run on batteries. The newer one doesn't, and I don't use inverters. I just use battery power. Right, I better say goodbye. So goodbye. I've got a feeling I'm leaning to one side for some reason. There, I'm in the middle of the shot now. So once again, I'll say goodbye.